Alright peeps, what's up? This your boy DTs, and this is part 2 of the Nordic Beast versus the I will call him the Banishment deck. And this guy actually won the second match because he got me stuck in a loop with his Dimensional Fisher and his DD Survivor, I want to say. And so yeah, let's go and get in this part 2. So shout out to him on that though. So we're gonna set Garmer or something like that. Either way, he's like a red wolf, and he's a Nordic beast also. Now his effect is that I can send a level 4 monster back to the hand that attacks this guy. So you know, I was like, you know what? After that, after the second duel in there, I decided that I needed to take some precautions and play a little bit different. And as you see, he leads off with his Dimensional Fisher again, which I was hating to see. So we let that ride. He adds a monster to his hand, which according to his strategy from what I've seen, you know, was to get DD Survivor to his hand and make sure he always has these 2 cards in play. That way he always has a monster with a respectable attack, you know, on the field. So now I activate my Feathers of Fenrir to bring me another Nordic beast, or a Nordic monster to my hand from the deck. And I go with Valkyrie. Now, she is the one who is used to summon Odin. Now, I can't remember exactly if I get Odin out on this match, but yeah, that's one combo I like to keep on hand, because I can have no cards on the field with her. I can have no cards on the field, but if I have her in my hand and 2 Nordic beasts, then I can automatically summon Odin. And he hits me with the card destruction, so that kind of kills that, and she goes, you know, removed from play, which was kind of devastating. I didn't really want to have to deal with that off gate, but you know how that goes. Okay, so he goes attacks Garmer, and he'll lose some money, and we're gonna send him on back to the hand. And when I first saw his deck, I was like, this guy should be easy to beat after the first hand. But I also noticed some things in there, which I saw in the second hand, and so it was pretty. It's a pretty decent strategy he has. Can't knock it. I give him that much. Okay, and he takes my guy out. That takes out a monster with the highest defense on your opponent's side of the field. Or attack, I can't remember. I think that's Fisher, if I'm not mistaken. That might be. I think that's highest defense. Either one. Highest attack, 1 or 2. Either way. Now, we set 7 tools of the bandit because you always want to be able to stop trap cards, because there's some like Divine Wrath and Solemn Judgment, where they're just hellacious trap cards, you know, or Mirror Force, or like I just set myself. And I'm not taking the same chance I took the second match, and which it was, to be honest with you, I screwed myself the second match. I played Dark Hole, and I wasn't thinking. It asked me did I want to chain my Stray Lambs. That's not Stray Lambs, but the one where you can get the 4 sheep tokens. And I killed all my tokens when I did it, so that's what killed me the second match. But now I have more of a defense ready for this guy, and you know, so yeah, that's what it is. Scapegoat. I killed my scapegoat, but you know, right now I'm pretty well defended. I got a monster down, and also 4 cards in my spell and trap zone, so I got some things I can do here. Okay, so he kills my Durg, and that is removed from play. That's the only thing in this deck. Well, in a lot of my decks that I build, you know, it pays for me to have cards, and you know, you expect to have cards in your graveyard so you can do different things, like, you know, Monster Reborn or Call of the Haunted. None of that works with dimensional fishes sitting on the field. Okay, so I go with my scapegoat to give me some defense just in case. You never know what somebody's thinking. And he goes to special summon Helios, which I can't even remember what Helios does, but I was like, nah, I don't think so. Because that leaves him with only one card in his hand, so I was like, nah, I'll pay that 1,000 to get rid of that. I don't need him special summoning anything to the field. You know, it's Helios. I don't know what he does, but it just sounds bad. Okay, we got some defense out here. Good old Dragon Ice. Now, this is one of those cards that can save you in a lot of situations, but in this situation, if he goes to the graveyard, then I can't special summon him because of the fact that dimensional fish out here, he won't ever make it to the graveyard. So I just end phase and I'm like, you know, I'll take my chance, see what this guy's gonna do. First priority when you're playing against a deck like this is to get rid of that dimensional fisher, because that plays such a key role in his in the strategy of this deck. You know, that because more than likely you're not going to be running a deck where cards just keep coming back from, you know, from removed from play. So therefore, you know, it's not going to help you any. So that's the first thing you need to get rid of when playing against a deck like this. So I save my Mirror Force because it really doesn't matter if I kill this guy, he gets removed from play, and his effect brings him right back when he's removed from play. So we definitely don't want that. So I'll just play defense until I can actually get something out there that can do me some damage. Okay, Twin-Headed Behemoth, whose effect is when he's destroyed and leaves the field and goes to the graveyard, he comes back. But just like I said before, dimensional fish is kind of killing that effect here. But believe it or not, if I'm not mistaken, some reason, I haven't figured it out yet, but for some reason, when my Twin-Headed Behemoth is destroyed, even with that on the field, it comes back. I'm not really sure why on that note, but you know how that goes. Good old Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind. Now, this is in a Blackwing deck. I don't really know how, you know, it helps him out. I guess he just uses it to fuse stuff and lower attacks. But in a Blackwing deck, that card, that's hellacious. I can't stand dealing with that. Speaking of decks I don't care to play against, Lightsworn and Six Samurais and Blackwings, I don't really care for any of those. Now, he summons Black Rose Dragon, which effect is when it's synchro summon, you can kill everything on the field. And so that's what he does there. And I was like, good, he got rid of that damn dimensional fish, and what does he do? He goes and sticks another one out there. I was like, I cannot win. I'm sick of that damn card. He officially made me hate that card. Which, hey, if that's the case, then obviously it's doing his job. But now he goes to summon this guy. So I figure, hey, let me get some defense out there. And Dragon Ice, what he can do is anytime a monster special summon, you can discard a card and special summon him from either your hand or your graveyard. So it's a nice little card there. That's why he comes back. Okay, I just realized when he went to the graveyard, Dimensional Fisher wasn't on the field, so he was able to come back. Now this is where we get a little lucky here. Now as you see, I don't have any monsters in my graveyard, so I check his. And lo and behold, what do we find sitting in there? Good old Black Rose Dragon. So you know what? I was like, I'll take that. Since you don't like people, you know, messing around in the graveyard, I'm gonna get that for you. You don't want that in the graveyard anyway. So we bring her over this way so we can get some punching power in. And this is a weird tournament though. These ultimate match tournaments, I don't know. I say 70% of the time I end up playing against an NPC. You know, like YUGIOH or Alexis Rhodes, or, you know, or somebody like that. And I think I even played against Zane, but I have a hard time finding like actual human opponents to play. So this is one of the few matches I did get to play against a human, which I prefer to play against them anyway. Because the computer, hey, you talking about cheesy, they know exactly what to play in every situation. So especially when you get the higher ranking ones, you know, the ones that's a little bit tougher. But anyway, we go ahead and knock out these guys and take some life points here. You know, that's the whole goal of the game, is to get rid of these life points. So I take the opportunity to take me some. But as you know, since dimensional fishers out there, we're going to be seeing DD Survivor again. He just keeps on surviving. Guess that's where he gets his name. But now how that goes. So we're just going to in turn let him bring his guy back. And, you know, and see what we can do next. And that, I think, to be honest with you, that Black Rose Dragon move he pulled where he used the effect and killed everything on the field, I think that was his undoing, because, you know, I really didn't have, you know, I don't know what he was going for there, but I personally would have never destroyed all my stuff like that. But, you know, to each his own, everybody has their own strategy, so, you know, who am I to say he didn't know what he was doing? Okay, and he goes with that move because he knows his guy will come back and mine won't. Which mine, no, he won't come back. He went to remove from play. But hey, you know, now that goes. Just gotta figure out something else to punish this guy with. Alright, so we got DD Survivor back on the field, and it is my draw phase now. Good old Dark Hole. And what I do is I just go ahead and punch and get some life points because I don't need him doing me in. So I take this guy out, even though I know he's coming back, but I still have, you know, the advantage over him as far as, you know, life points. I mean, as far as attack points and stuff go. So therefore I can always inflict damage every time he brings him back. I figure, you know, might as well hit him as much as I can. So we go ahead and let twin-headed behemoth hit him a little bit. And this deck actually, you know, if you've been thinking about trying this deck, it actually, to me, it works real good. I mean, all the cards complement each other, and the actual spell and trap cards that are made just for these guys are actually useful. Sometimes you get a lot of those cards where they may be useful, but, you know, what can they really do? They don't really do too much of anything. You know, might boost up something here and there, but it really doesn't help you as for your deck as a whole. You know, you kind of like shit out of luck if you don't have a deck full of the monsters that go with those cards. Okay, so he's gonna go ahead and knock out twin-headed behemoth. Which that's the smart play. Always subtract your opponent's monsters as much as possible. Now, I was really anxious. I was like, man, I gotta win this duel, you know. I don't like winning one match and not being able to finish out the whole duel. Well, the whole, you know, win both 2 out of 3. So, let's see what we go with here. sitting here thinking because I'm like, look, I gotta take this guy out. I can't let him hang around too much longer. So instead of letting him, you know, kill one of my monsters, because I guess what's his Tannin Ghostner or something of that nature. His effect activates in the graveyard as well. So I don't want to just put him down there and waste him right now because he won't go to the graveyard. So that was my, you know. So I figured I'd just go ahead and end the battle phase and attack. He hasn't stopped the attack yet, so I figure I'll keep doing it until he can. And we're gonna go ahead and end phase, and we'll be seeing DD Survivor again, cause I guess he's a survivor. You know, he must be part of Destiny Child or something. But hey, you know how that goes. Hey, welcome back there, DD. Now, this match right here is coming to a close. We're gonna see how it wraps up. But yeah, I have a lot more of these Nordic Beast gameplays and stuff. I'm also working on a new straight Beast deck. It's gonna be consistent. It's gonna consist mainly of Earth monsters and Earth Beast monsters. And there's a lot of cards that I've seen that I want for it. And I don't mean like your average beast out there, but it's some nice ones that, you know, I found a little deck list, you know, that I'm gonna put together, and I'll show you guys that one too. But you'll be seeing a lot of this deck here, some more of that Naturia deck, and also some of that some of my what's the other deck? Yeah, that beast deck that I'm making. I do want to make a water deck because in real life I have a badass one, you know, and I figure that if I could get that on this game, I can do some serious damage with it. And so yeah, I'll let you guys see all those, and I try to get more Yu-Gi-Oh gameplays in, which I haven't been doing lately. It's just like my wife just had a baby, so you know, things haven't been easy just to get some alone time, quiet time, you know, to do things that, you know, like this. But I just so happen to have time to do it today, so I figured I'd go ahead and knock that on out. Now, for my strategy here, I figured I'd go with the lightning vortex. See, I'm like, if he can't stop this is game time. So I'm going in for the kill right here. And so we'll activate that, get rid of those, punch him, and hey, it's game time. So I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and see the last few moves, and then but I'll catch you guys in the next one, man.